I will teach you how to feel it, not as a concept, not as a theory, but as the living, breathing truth. For feeling is the secret language that speaks to the unseen forces of this world. It is the invisible hand that molds substance, that calls forth the shadow into form. Until you feel it, you do not possess it. Until you feel it, it remains a phantom hovering just outside your reach. You may think you understand. You may repeat the words like a chant in the silence of your room. But until you have felt it in your marrow, until it moves you to the point of quiet tears or sudden laughter, you have not yet touched the reality of it. Feeling is not imagination as a fleeting picture. Feeling is immersion, total absorption, identification. Close your eyes, not to sleep, but to awaken. I want you to see what cannot yet be seen with these eyes of flesh. Go deeper. Let the outer world dissolve. Let the noise subside, the facts, the reports, the evidence. Let it all fade. I ask you not to look at what is. I ask you to turn from it. Withdraw from the mirror of the senses, for they only reflect the past. What you see now is not what is. It is what was, made manifest by yesterday's assumptions. So I ask you, what do you want? What is the desire that burns quietly in the deepest part of you? The one you hardly admit, even to yourself. Not the surface wants, not the passing whims of a moment, but the true longing of your soul. Hold it gently. Do not chase it. Do not beg it to come. It is already yours. You must begin there, not with wishing, but with possession. The possession of it within your inner world. Feel it, not as something to come, not as something to earn, but as something that already is. That is the mystery. I will teach you how to feel it, not in words, but in silence, not by effort, but by surrender. You must become still enough to let the inner sound arise. That sacred echo of I am. If you are ill, you must feel health, not imagine healing, but feel the radiance of well-being flowing through your veins. You must walk within yourself with ease, as one who is already made whole. If you are poor, you must feel wealth, not count dollars, but feel the atmosphere of abundance, the joy of freedom, the warmth of ease. If you are alone, you must feel love, not as a distant possibility, but as a current presence, surrounding you, filling you, delighting you. Let it be real within. Speak not to the outer world, but to yourself, and do not plead, do not beg. That is not the language of the one who knows. Instead, give thanks. Gratitude is the perfume of fulfilled desire. Feel it like a garment wrapped around your soul. Say within, it is done, it is finished, it is mine. And then feel the warmth of those words as though they were spoken by someone greater than you, for they are. That greater self, your true self, has already gone before you and prepared the way. You are merely remembering what already is. Feel it. Do not wait for evidence. Evidence comes last. It is the slowest part of creation. The outer always lags behind the inner. Just as a shadow follows the body, so your world follows your state of being. Change the inner state, and the outer must conform. But many of you try to change circumstances directly. You strive, you hustle, you force, and still nothing moves. Why? Because you are still feeling lack. You are still vibrating with the tone of I do not have. And as long as that is your inner song, the world has no choice but to echo it. The secret is this: the world is not separate from you. It is your mirror, not your enemy, not your jailer. It is your reflection, and you cannot beg the mirror to change. You must smile first. You must assume first. You must feel first, then, and only then will it show you what you already are. Now this is not pretense, this is not fantasy, this is reality. The unseen is more real than the seen. The inner world gives birth to the outer. You are not here to react to the world. You are here to create it, to shape it, to breathe life into the invisible through the gateway of feeling. So when I say, feel it, I mean enter into it fully. Sit in your chair or lie in your bed and imagine not the scene unfolding, but the afterglow of fulfillment. Imagine what it feels like once it has already come to pass. Don't see yourself getting the thing. See yourself being the one who already has it. There is a difference, and it is everything. You do not climb the mountain of manifestation by grasping at its peak. You rise by dwelling in its summit before your feet ever leave the valley. You ascend through inner knowing, through assuming the identity of the one who already lives there. What would you wear? What would you say? How would you move, breathe, speak, walk? These are not idle games. These are sacred rehearsals, inner dress rehearsals for the inevitable manifestation. Let this be your meditation. I am already what I desire to be. I am already where I long to go. I am already who I am becoming. Feel it. Feel the relief of the burden lifted. Feel the joy of the answered prayer. Feel the peace of completion. If you cannot feel the whole thing, feel a piece, a detail, a thread of the tapestry. Let that thread guide you inward, and the whole image will unfold. And I will tell you something sacred, something few dare to say. You do not have to understand how it will come. You do not need to know the mechanics. The how is not your concern. The seed does not know how it becomes a tree. It only knows that it is. It holds the image of its future within, and so do you. You are not the architect of the world's movements. You are the bearer of the blueprint. Hold it within. Feel its reality. Trust the unseen forces to arrange the bricks. Do not check for signs like one waiting for rain in a desert. Do not dig up the seed to see if it is growing. Trust, let go, return again and again to the feeling. That is your work. That is your power, the inner movement, the shift of being. Once it is real within, the outer cannot resist it. It must match it. It is law. So I ask you again, what do you desire? Be bold, be honest, and now drop the wishing. Step into knowing, step into being, feel it, not for a moment, not for a minute, but make it your dwelling place. Live there inwardly, even while the world shows you something else. That is faith, that is creation, and when doubt comes, and it will, do not resist it. See it, smile, and return. When fear whispers it's not happening, reply with calm, but it already has. When the world seems unchanged, rest in the knowledge that it is only catching up. You are not waiting, you are remembering, you are not begging, you are beholding, you are not hoping, you are being. This is how it works. This is how you enter the inner temple. This is how you move mountains, not by might, not by force, but by the shift in your state. The sacred inner switch that turns desire into being. Feel it. And let that feeling become the song you sing in silence, the truth you carry in secret, the light you walk with through every shadow. This is the path. Not many will take it, but those who do are, the world bends to them. Not because they are lucky, but because they remembered who they are. And so, I will teach you not what to do, but how to be. I will not give you steps. I will give you presence. I will not give you answers. I will give you awareness. I will not show you the way. I will show you that you already are the way. Feel it, for once you feel it, truly, deeply, wholly, you will never again ask when or how. You will only whisper, thank you, and move forward as one who walks in the light of the fulfilled. That is the mystery, that is the key, that is the truth. Feel it, not with the fingers, not with the hands, but with the soul, with the depth of being, with that quiet place inside you that recognizes truth without needing to think. Let the feeling saturate you. Let it move into the marrow of your bones. Let it whisper to your cells. Let it change your very breath, because you are not trying to become. You are awakening to what you have always been. Desire is not outside of you. It is your signal. It is the echo of your fulfilled self calling you back. And you hear that echo as longing, as ache, as hunger, but it is not lack. It is the pull of your own future saying, come this way. It is already done. You do not need to reach for the thing. You need to feel its presence within you. You are not chasing it. It is drawing you. When you wake up in the morning, before the weight of the world lands on your shoulders, stop. In that in-between moment before the noise begins, this is your sanctuary. This is where the real work is done. Lay there and feel it, not as a goal to be achieved, but as a state to be remembered. As though you had simply forgotten your true identity in the night, and now you are re-entering it. Breathe as one who has, think as one who is, walk through your day carrying that quiet knowing, and the world will rise to meet you. It will conform, slowly at first, then with a suddenness that shocks the mind. People will call it coincidence. They will say you are lucky. They won't understand, and you don't need them to. You didn't do it to prove anything. You did it because it was your truth. You did it because you could no longer live in the gap between who you are and who you were pretending not to be. This is not performance. This is not role play. This is becoming aligned with the truest vibration of your being. Everything is vibration. Everything is frequency. Every feeling is a signal sent out into the fabric of existence, and every state you dwell in has a matching world. You do not attract what you want. You attract what you are. You attract the reality that harmonizes with your inner tone. So if you want to change the world, don't change the world. Change the tone. Change the feeling. Change the belief. And that new tone will bring with it new people, new circumstances, new doors. It is always inward first. Do not be distracted by appearances. Appearances are echoes. They are the past announcing itself one last time. Do not bow to them. Do not worship the evidence of old thoughts. Instead, feel the new. Even if the old still surrounds you, feel the new. That is your defiance. That is your power. When you stand in a storm of delay and still say, I am fulfilled, that is the victory. When the door closes and you smile because the better one is already yours, that is mastery. When nothing around you agrees with the truth within you, but you believe the inner anyway, that is the birth of creation. Your senses were trained to observe, but the truth is not in what you see. The truth is in what you declare and feel and hold to within, even before the eye can behold it. You are not meant to react. You are meant to initiate. You are the cause, not the effect. So I tell you again, feel it, not just once, not just at night, but as often as you can. Let your dominant state become the embodiment of the thing desired. Let it color your day, shift your posture, soften your voice. Let it wrap around your decisions and shine through your eyes. People will notice. They won't know what's changed, but they will feel something has. You're not the same anymore because you stopped asking for what you already are. You stopped pleading and started being. You stopped waiting and started walking. You didn't need the proof before the feeling. You let the feeling become the proof. And that changed everything. The shift begins in silence. You sit with yourself and strip away the lies, the stories you've believed, the names they gave you, the limits they placed on you. You let them fall like dust. You stop chasing permission. You stop waiting for the world to allow you. You allow yourself. You stand up inwardly and say, this is who I am. And then you feel it. There is no trying in the realm of being. There is only embodiment. You must walk in it now, not later, now. If you had the thing, how would you carry yourself today? If you were already that version of you, what would your decisions look like? How would you respond? What would you no longer tolerate? This is not acting. This is remembering. This is tuning in to the version of you that already exists in another layer of reality and pulling that vibration into this one. The more you do it, the more natural it becomes. The more you return to that feeling, the more it stabilizes. And eventually it becomes your dwelling place, your home. Not a state you visit, but the one you live in. And the world responds. Opportunities begin to arrange themselves. People come into your path as if by magic. Ideas fall into your mind like raindrops, and all you did was feel. All you did was shift your state. The world didn't change, you did, and the world, faithful to the law, had no choice but to follow. If you are discouraged, it is only because you have looked too long at what is and forgotten what truly is. If you are weary, it is because you have tried to make it happen with hands when it was always meant to be done with heart. Come back now, return to the inner, feel it, and when doubt comes again, and it always does, greet it. Do not resist it. Let it pass, and then return again to the inner scene, to the feeling of having, to the satisfaction of completion. Rehearse that moment when it is already done and stay there. Linger in it. Dwell in the after feeling of joy, and that feeling will plant seeds in unseen soil. Your job is to water them. Every time you feel it again, you water them. Every time you speak as though it were true, you water them. Every time you refuse to be moved by contrary evidence, you water them. And soon the roots break through, and the sprout appears, and the tree grows. And then they say it happened suddenly, but you know better. It happened the moment you felt it. The rest was just unfolding. It doesn't matter what it is: money, health, love, peace, purpose. It is all the same law. The outer is born of the inner. The visible is born of the invisible. Do not let the complexity of the world deceive you. The root is always feeling. The root is always state. So choose your state, and do not dabble. Do not dip a toe in and retreat. Immerse, bathe in it. Saturate your being with the feeling until you no longer need to affirm it. Because it has become your natural vibration, it is yours, not because you earned it, but because you dared to believe, because you stopped performing and started embodying. Because you surrendered to your highest truth, because you knew that it was not outside you, it was you, and that is the power no one can take, the power of knowing, the power of feeling it real, the power of claiming without evidence, and walking in the unseen until it becomes seen. This is how the masters live. This is how miracles unfold, not through struggle, not through striving, but through stillness, through choice, through unwavering inner alignment. Feel it when the world gets loud, go quieter still. When resistance rises, go deeper. When the waves crash, root yourself in the inner mountain. This is your sanctuary, this is your throne, and from this place all things flow. Keep returning to it, not once, not twice, but as often as breath itself, until you become it, until the line between wanting and having disappears, until the desire becomes identity. That is the transformation. And you are not far from it. You are never far from it. The door is not closed. The door is inside you, and it opens the moment you feel it. And now, as you stand here inwardly, clothed in the feeling of your fulfilled desire, let the silence settle around you like a sacred mist. You do not need to reach anymore. You do not need to wait. You have already entered the state, and from this state all things proceed. The work is not in the doing. It is in the being. You have learned how to feel it, not as fantasy, but as truth, not as hope, but as reality. Let that feeling become the pulse beneath every step, the tone beneath every word, the quiet certainty behind every breath. Hold it gently but firmly as one who knows. For once you feel it, truly feel it, nothing can keep it from you. Not time, not doubt, not the opinions of the world. The seed has been planted. The shift has occurred. The rest will follow.